Okay, we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about third-party tools in Final Fantasy XIV, my views, and a little bit of facts that I've gathered, and pretty much where I stand with the whole entire matter of the situation. Before we start, let me preface a few things because people have no idea how I view things, or they're, throwing pretty much these opinions that I don't have on me, and I'm gonna just clear things up today. I'm not a hardcore raider. When I play the game, I play very vanilla-like. I don't rely on any tools at all. I just make sure I can play the game at the highest level that I can. I know my rotation properly, I know my open air correctly, for the most part, knowing when to use my skills, knowing the boss fight, and pretty much just playing my part as best that I can. Also having food and pots there at the ready, but pretty much that's how I play. And because of that, I have really no hard feelings against using, any sort of damage meter or damage parse thing in the game. I really don't know what to call it at this point. I'm just gonna call it a damage meter at this point. So I have no hard feelings against that. Personally, it really doesn't affect me too much. If somebody wants to use, a damage meter to kind of tell how they're doing and, how to get better, perfect. I'm all about self-improvement. Go for it. Use it to get better. But I will say the one thing I do not condone, and a lot of players do not like this as well, is pretty much the idea of using these tools to harass other players. That's just not cool at all. I personally have been harassed a few times. Someone would take my parses and, post it online on Twitter or something, and honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. But there are way more sensitive people out there, so they probably won't take it as well, and you know what? I would say let's try to protect some of those people, and I don't really agree with the harassment of damage parsing. I just want to make this so clear. I am not a fanboy of Square Enix or Final Fantasy XIV. I love their games, but I'm not going to defend them at every single corner of every single problem. I will call them out if there's something wrong. I will criticize and say something that, I don't like, or I have an opinion about something, but I'm not gonna back them up at every single corner. But as you can tell, I probably haven't made any videos really criticizing the team because they really haven't steered me wrong personally. I'm just trying to clarify. I'm not trying to be a whole entire fanboy for the game. I love the game, but sometimes it does need to be fixed on certain issues, and I'm all for improvement on any areas for anyone in the game. Before we go any further, I want to just quickly define what third-party tool means to me and pretty much what I've gathered from reading terms of services and all these other things on the internet. What third-party means to me is pretty much any tool that's used to aid, alter, change any kind of part of 14, whether it's glamour mods or damage parsing, gathering the information and then regurgitating it out on a DPS meter. That's third party. Discord is not a third party for 14. I would say pretty much any tool that is third party that's made with a purpose of, changing anything in 14, that is third party. Discord wasn't designed for the sole purpose of 14. It's made just as a general chat service that's, better than Skype and pretty much anything else out there, I would say. Zeno brought this up in his video. He talked about how he, believes that Discord is a third party.
Because Discord is a third-party tool. All of this is a third-party tool. This web browser that I'm looking at is a third-party tool. Anything that is not 14 is a third-party tool. You could ask yourself, well, Discord's not a third-party tool. Bullshit, because Yoshi P fucking mentioned it in a couple live letters ago. Because technically, it is a third-party tool, technically.
I just want to say, if this is a huge joke by him or he's being sarcastic, alright, you got me, man, whatever. But, like I said, people genuinely believe this, so you gotta clear the air and make sure that they know. And for the people who do believe that, no, it's not. Get it out of your heads. So now that we kind of gone over what a third-party tool is, let's talk about the big thing that has a lot of people riled up. The terms of service. The use of any kind of third-party tool is pretty much a bannable offense in 14. It's in their terms of service, that's just what they have. I have no control over that. I don't really try to enforce it myself. I don't see somebody using a third-party tool and report them. That's not me. Snitches get stitches, and I'm not a snitch. So, if you use third-party tools, go for it. Just don't use these tools to harass other people or cheat. Cheating is also a big thing. And the terms of service, as far as I know, hasn't been changed in a hot while. Yoshi P and the team has pretty much made their stance clear on it, and that's if you use these tools, you can get banned and in trouble, so use it at your own discretion. But, however, Yoshi P and the team have stated that they cannot detect your computer or, pretty much you using it at all. When it comes down to it, the dev team will pretty much never know and cannot know what's on your computer and what you're using for tools. If you talk about using these tools in-game, you could get banned. If you're caught with any kind of screenshots or video, you can get banned. If you tell your mother you're using these tools, you won't get in trouble, but if she snitches on you, you can't get banned. Lastly, if you're streaming on your stream with these tools right there front and center, you can get banned. And even top rating streamer personality, Sphia, I hope I'm saying that right, Sphia, I'm sorry. He kind of pretty much agrees with this take. It sucks that this situation got to this with plugins, add-ons. Anyone using them publicly knows the risk they took. The mass reporting is just very silly and should have never happened. Sphia mentioned mass reporting, and that's pretty much what happened with some of these streamers. People were pretty much mass reported for streaming with these tools on during their streams. With the popularity of the new Ultimate, pretty much so many eyes were watching these players use these tools on their streams. So this kind of led to people pretty much, seeing these tools, getting upset that they're using them, and then people mass reported these guys a lot. And this pretty much came to the point where a lot of people were coordinating mass reports and getting these players pretty much banned. This whole entire mass reporting thing, that just sucks. People who hate on you and then pretty much just want to mass report you, that does suck. But at the end of the day, these players who got reported and, banned and got in trouble, they broke TOS. Asman kind of raised like a similar point that he had once before where he was playing.
Like one time I made a group and I called it Big Dick Throne of Thunder. And I put it in Group Finder and people reported me and I got suspended. Was I getting witch hunted? Well, no, because I broke the rules. I shouldn't have typed that. I did. And I got in trouble. It was deserved. Yes, it's a stupid rule. Yeah, but it's the rule. Like, I agree that it's stupid, but you still have to follow the rules unless you can get away with it, right? I don't care about the rules, but at the same time, I don't get mad whenever they're applied to me because that's what they said they were going to do. You're getting brigaded, though. Yes, you do. But you can't get brigaded if you're not breaking the rules.
So the 14 team had to make an example of these players breaking TOS. So the 14 players that got banned, as far as I know, both of them received 10 days of suspension from the game. I have to say what a lot of people are saying, 10 days is a lot. 10 days is like a chunk of a month. That's a lot of time. And I kind of want to sympathize with the raiders a little bit, the raid streamer guys. Like, I get it. For the longest time, you guys have been using these tools and you haven't gotten punished in any way, but now it's finally happening. But the threat was always there. It is kind of scary. If you're streaming, this is kind of basically your kind of like side hobby career. And if you suddenly cannot stream 14, you kind of lose that viewership and it gets very, kind of scary. I get it. So if you're going to stream with like, say, audio triggers that clearly show that you are using these tools or like, putting the tools right there in front of your screen, you are going against TOS and you could get in big trouble. That's a very dangerous game you're playing. And I would honestly say just be careful if you're using these tools. But the thing is, third-party tools kind of just extend to like pretty much almost anything, like I said earlier, but things that fall into a weird gray area, and this is the problem with the whole entire TOS and this whole gray area of banning and third-party tools, is that some things like visual and HUD updates, I don't think they really deserve a ban. I would say the ones that really do borderline on cheating, those are definitely deserve to get punished, such as people using a straight-up bot to clear ultimates. That's cheating, no. But accessibility, this is important. I want to say thank you to Audrey for showing us this poll from NHK. This poll pretty much shows that the demographic of players from the JP area, and it's from the JP area, but I would say a lot of it kind of really relates to pretty much the rest of the world and players who play this game. Many of the players who play this game are between the ages of 20 and pretty much 49. We are not getting any younger, and problems with like things like eyesight will start to happen. I mean, just look at old man Xenos over here at age 37.
Get this shit. Look how tiny this number is. What is this, a number for ants? Why can't I increase the size of the number? I'm gonna be 37 in 8 days, okay? I'm old as fuck. I've already had LASIK once.
I completely agree with Xeno though. Having things such as like cooldown timers be bigger on screen is really helpful. Other small HUD updates and like, UI things can be great. I'm all about accessibility for myself and everyone out there. And thankfully, in the recent statement from the team and Yoshi P, they are working on this. We just gotta wait. I also want to say that there are definitely some tools that I do not agree with at all. If you're using that tool that allows you to see ahead of time where an AoE is gonna be, that is completely cheating. No. That is just no. That's bad. If you can get a bot that can literally clear content for you, cheating. That's also like blatantly on their terms of service. Do not use bots at all. That's just, no, don't do that. The last thing I want to say, if you're using any kind of third-party tool to aid you in PvP, to get an advantage over the rest of us who are playing vanilla, you're going to hell for that. Like, you actually are straight up cheating, and you're not my friend, you're not my viewer, you're nobody I want to associate with, so just get out of here, stop. I'm calling you guys out, seriously, because that's annoying. That's really annoying. However, I am all for, like, certain tools that could be used, and I wish if they could please add these things into the game, such as like UI changes like for party buffs and debuffs to be more clearer. Yes, I'm all for that. Yeah, please add that to the game. And also, this is one I definitely do agree with. Please tell us what the heck is physical and magical damage, because, you know, I will admit, it's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell in this game, so if we can get a clear indication of that, awesome. Please, 14. Make that a thing. To wrap it all up, I'm pretty much just going to say that when it comes to the team and their updates, have faith, but also be vocal and critical about things. Just don't berate the team, please. That doesn't help anybody at all. The use of third-party tools is pretty much at your own risk. You can use these, you won't get detected by the team, just don't stream it. I'm begging you guys, please, at this point, just don't stream it with it on, or if you're gonna stream it, hide it in some way. They help you, awesome, but the second you're caught using these tools by the team, they have to act on it, and that's just it, sorry. Just to reiterate, I'm not against, you know, all these tools. The only ones I really hate are the ones I said that are borderline cheating. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys share the same sentiment. If you don't, please tell me what you guys think, and, you know, honestly, just give me your comments. I want to see what you guys are thinking. And, yeah, that's the whole topic. Go read Spy Family or go watch Spy Family. Anyways, have a good one, guys.